Alright, hey, how's it going? Throw down. You checked out one of my video game nerd porn new stuff videos or whatever, then you'd recognize this was on there. So I pretty much, when I got this, I just gave it a quick test, played it a bit, seen how it was, seen if it was cool, seen, whatever. So, yeah. I recorded this almost a month ago at this point, I suppose. And yeah, it was cool. I guess this goes well with because they're releasing a new Tekken soon, I guess. Tekken Tag Team Tournament or whatever due. So that should be cool. Developed and published by Namco. It was released on PlayStation 2 on September 23rd, 2002 in North America. Tekken 4 is the fifth installment in the Tekken series. It was developed and published by Namco. It was released as an arcade game in 2001. And on the PlayStation 2 in 2002, it is succeeded by Tekken 5. Tekken 4 introduced significant new gameplay changes from the previous game in the series. For the first time, it allowed players to maneuver around an arena, interacting with walls and other obstacles for extra damage. These environmental hazards, in turn, allowed players to juggle opponents for consecutive combos, and allowed the designers to implement a switch maneuver which let players escape from cornering. Yeah. Cool. So there we go, Tekken 4. Allowed the designers to implement a switch maneuver which let players escape from cornering and throw the tide in their favor. Also, the game engine had been tweaked to be more focused on the environment, causing the characters to move more slowly and fluidly than in Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Finally, the game introduced a brand new graphics system that featured increased lighting dynamic, physics, and smoother surfaces. 4 characters have their own boss characters. Kazuya and Hwoarang face Jin, Lee faces Combat, and Heihachi faces Kazuya. In addition, Tekken 4 featured unusual costumes for the returning characters and replaced a recurring minor character, Mokujin, with a similar one. Combat was not included in Tekken 5, with Mokujin returning, and the costume changes in 4 were also largely discarded.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4.
Okay, cool. Tekken 4 includes a beat-em-up minigame available from the onset called Tekken Force, similar to the previous minigame found in Tekken 3. It presents player with an over-the-shoulder perspective.
Hwoarang was drafted into the
dialogue.
military and assigned to a Spec Ops unit. Although his success in various missions was highly regarded, his penchant for disobeying rules and orders gave his senior officers more than a few headaches. Hwoarang felt a strange emptiness within him. He recalled longingly of the days hustling money in street fights, the rush of hand-to-hand combat, and his fight against Jin Kazama. The military could not quell these yearnings. One day, the announcement of the next tournament reached Hwoarang's ears. For the first time in years, his blood began to stir. He would defeat Jin, Heihachi Mishima, and anyone else who dared to stand in his way of claiming Mishima Zaibatsu as his own. Bursting with anticipation, Hwoarang slipped out from the military base and headed for the tournament.
Versus somebody. Okay, let's see. Um,
Round 1. Fight.
okay, anyway. Similar to the previous minigame found in Tekken 3, it presents the player with an over-the-shoulder perspective as they fight wave upon wave of Heihachi's Tekken Force through 4 stages. Eventually facing Heihachi himself, the player can pick up health and power-ups while they fight waves of enemies. In the minigame, it is discovered that the Tekken Force possesses different ranks in the organization, evident in different amounts of stamina, strength, and skill. Tekken 4 picks up 2 years after Tekken 3. Heihachi and his scientists have captured samples of ogre's blood and tissue to splice with Heihachi's genome and make him immortal. The experiment fails since Heihachi lacks the necessary devil gene.
Round 1. Fight.
Not willing to give up, Heihachi searches for his grandson, Jin Kazama, who does possess the devil gene. With Heihachi learning that the body of his son Kazuya, who also has the devil gene and died 20 years ago, is stored in the labs of the Mishima Zaibatsu's main business rival G Corporation.
Round 2. Fight.
Heihachi sends his second forces to raid G Corporation and retrieve Kazuya's remains. But the mission fails when the force is wiped out by none other than Kazuya himself, who has been revived by G Corporation and is now stronger than ever before. At the same time, Jin is unable to be located, which leaves Heihachi with no way to complete his research. Unknown to Heihachi, he has gone into a self-imposed training exile in Brisbane, Australia, where he is mastering a new martial arts form, a sign of contempt toward his bloodline.
I'll break your face!
Round 1. Fight.
In an attempt to lure Kazuya and Jin out, Heihachi announces the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4. With the ownership of Mishima Zaibatsu being the top prize, believing both his son and grandson will come to him for their own reasons. The plan works at stage 7, where Jin and Kazuya are scheduled to fight. Jin is ambushed and captured by the Tekken forces. Kazuya is declared the default winner of stage 7, and he meets Heihachi at the final stage. The father and son clash in battle once again, with Heihachi emerging the victor. After the fight, Heihachi leads Kazuya to Hanmaru, a Mishima dojo in the woods where Jin is. There, Devil takes over Kazuya's mind once again, and tells Heihachi that he has come to extract the part of the devil gene he had lost the night Kazuya was thrown into the volcano. Meanwhile, an unconscious Jin was being stored inside the dojo, bounded by chains. As a reward, Devil knocks Heihachi out of the room with his telepathic powers instead of killing him outright. Then attempts to steal Jin's devil gene. Kazuya overcomes Devil and regains control of his body. Kazuya decides to kill Jin himself and absorb his devil power. Jin has visions of his father taunting him until he awakens by his voice. In an uncontrollable rage, Jin attacks Kazuya and engages him in combat, emerging the victor.
You win. Round 2. Fight.
Heihachi then wakes up and prepares to take advantage of the exhausted Jin by defeating him in battle. But Jin overpowers Heihachi and prepares to kill him as the devil gene begins to consume his mind. Jin almost delivers the final blow, but the memory of his mother, June, stops him. Jin hesitates and finally releases Heihachi in honor of his mother, telling him to thank my mother, June Kazama. Once again, the feathery black wing is spread from Jin's back, and he flies off, making a huge hole in Hanmaru's roof. A single white feather floats to the ground in the wake of Jin's flight.
Round 1. Fight.
And I throw down against the law. Despite receiving an average 82% of game rankings, Tekken 4 stands as the least critically successful game of the Tekken series. On release, Famitsu magazine scored the PlayStation 2 version of the game a 36 out of 40. Edge reviewed Tekken 4 in their June 2004 issue, awarding 6 out of 10. Edge review highlighted Tekken 4's experimental and pretty nature and that overall it is a more solid and thoughtful proposition than its predecessor, but concluded that the game feels overfamiliar and curiously uninspired. The game has received 2 awards: E3 2002 Game Critics Award, Best Fighting Game, and nominated for Best Fighting Game of 2002 at GameSpot. Okay. Well, maybe in the next video I'll go into Hwoarang's story stuff that it didn't talk about here.
Fight.
Neato. I don't know, I kinda did like terrible. I could really... I think I try to say it in all my shitty fighting videos. I don't think I said it here. I enjoy fighting games. I suck at fighting games. I play them for fun. I could definitely use getting the special moves and combos down pat. Otherwise, I did not hear, and you know, I just played because it was fun to play. And I guess I have another fight here. Okay.
Round 1.
Got another minute.
Fight.
Cool. I'm gonna show her who's boss. Christy. Let's see how this goes. Reminds me of that one guy, that Jamaican guy, or middle fighting style. That's what it reminds me of. I don't know, I don't think I've seen him in here though. But otherwise, I did kick mad ass with that dude back in the day. I remember that. I was like whooping his son's ass when I'd play this in arcade and shit. I was the shit with that dude. So we'll see how that goes. All that good stuff. I'll be checking out more information about the game and such. All that cool stuff. Check out other videos, whatever, on my channel. Not sure how soon I'll get the next part or parts up. Until then, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good shit, and I'll see you, and goodbye.